All right. Good morning, people. Beautiful people. Did I just put this on my face? I think I did. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. It's the morning. I'm still trying to get acclimated to having to be up. You know, it takes a minute to like get back into work mode. So I'm trying. So this is Unedited. Okay, let's talk. All right, I forgot to put on my mic, so now I sound better. But anywho, it's early morning. I'm trying to get ready for the day, and I just want to talk. Have some things on my mind. You know how I do. So let's talk. This is what's like the big issue for me right now. Not necessarily issue, but thought process. I'm tired. And what it is I am kind of tired of being on social media. And let me say this. It's not that I'm saying, oh my God, I'm never going to do this. I'm good. No, I'm just tired. And with my tiredness, it's just made me be kind of lazy. And the reason why I say I'm lazy, here's why. I'm barely doing live streams on my original channel. I'm barely putting up content on TikTok and Instagram. And so I think right now I'm just like, okay, just be satisfied with what you're doing. And just be okay with it for now. And so what happened is that I just, listen, doing TikTok and Instagram is not that difficult. I don't know, I just haven't felt like it. And I know this is kind of a backlash for me on how I feel about this whole fragrance community, which I'm really not a part of, but I am because I'm with y'all. And so I think the frenetic pace of it, and it's like, it's just whatever. I'm just kind of over it. And so by being over it, I'm over, I'm just over. What do I have water on me over here? What the hell? And what I mean is like, even like on my other channel, it's like, okay, I could be talking about other things, but I just haven't had the energy for it. And and like I said, TikToks and Instagram reels or posts or everything. I don't even feel like doing the whole point of getting ready, and I could do it off camera, but it's like I just ain't had the energy for it. And so I'm okay with it, because at first I was trying to low key beat myself up in my head. And then I said, girl, whatever. And so what I'm saying about that is I might get back to those parts of social media in September. I might not. And it's okay. But also, I'm getting sick as usual when I'm around these kids. Let me get my elderberry and stuff. But anyway, the other thing is, financially, I'm trying to slow down on the purchases. Not because I don't love them and I feel overwhelmed, but because I want to do a few more things. And it's like, I can't do this all the time and then do the other things that I want to do, which is, get out in these streets more. Not in Chicago. I just want to travel more. And, and even here, do more things for myself. And what I mean that I don't mean like going to restaurants or anything like that, but like going to events more that interest me and taking the kids places that interest me. Like there's a thing at the Nature Museum, and it's called Flutter into Fall, and it's about because they have a butterfly oasis, and they're going to be doing something about the monarchs and everything, because they migrate to Mexico. So I think I'm gonna go to that. So I'm gonna want to take the kids to that, and then the Universal Circus comes here, and so I want to take the kids to that. And then there's I want to budget in to go to the King Spot every month. And it's not so much the budget, it's the timing. And I have to stop acting like I got to be around my house. I've gotten into this rut of, not really going places, but also not being here all the time. Like I said, I was going to start going out Saturday mornings and just get out for a few hours by myself. And I think I'm going to have to get back to that routine. If not Saturday morning, maybe Sunday morning, because Saturday morning, we had this thing where Brandon takes Bakari to the car wash. That's their thing. They go to the car wash, and Bakari gets to go with him, and he loves it. So maybe I'll do something like on Sunday mornings, just dip out and go have coffee, tea, and just chill by myself. And so I think that's what I'm gonna start doing. Put that back on the schedule. I make sure I do that for myself. Because I think a lot of times, especially when you live like me, multi-generational, I love my grandbabies and I'm here for them. And so by being here for them, I'm not here for me. And I've been feeling this burnout. And it's not about Brandon or Bianca, because they don't force me to be with them. You know what I'm saying? I want to be with them. And they want to be with me. Especially Bakari. And then Brookie comes down and we hang out and everything. And, they do the Gigi, and then I fall. I fall. I fold like a deck of cards. So I'll be like, I'm not going to. And then they say Gigi, and I'll be like, what? So anyway, that's that. But for real, I also have so much here to make so much content with, and I want to embrace that part of it, as opposed to continuing to buy all the time and using that as content, to really start using the products I have to share with you all. And I say that because I know, and also with all of this, I have to be like very chill about things, because I know that that's not what's going to drive this channel to be popular. Because to be popular right now, you need to be hitting all the new releases and talking about them. And I don't want to, I've already discussed this ad nauseum. That's not my style. I'm not going to do that. It's only going to be what I choose to purchase with my money that's new, right? So I'm going to now delve into like all the samples I have, using the things that I actually have around me in order to create content. Because I don't need to, listen, I don't have to buy a whole lot of stuff to make content. Now there are some things that I want, and I'm going to make my wish list, and I'm going to try to stick more to it than I do. But I know that I'm going to meander. I know I'm gonna meander, and what I mean by that is like, something might catch my eye, and then I'm gonna be into that for a minute. But I'm also going to be more intentional about it in reference to putting money away for trips, putting money. Plus, I have to put money away for next summer, because the way my contract reads, I don't get paid next summer. I ain't trying to work next summer. I need my time off. So I have to put money away. So I have to be more cognizant of what I'm doing with my money. Plus, like I said, I could create content for at least a year without ever buying anything. At least a year. And that would be like filming 4 or 5 times a week. So I'm saying this to say, I'm comfortable on this page, on this space. And I think I'm comfortable here because it's not about being popular or for people to want to look at my stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is just me talking about fragrances. TikTok and IG is about trying to grow and trying to be popular in my head. And you know, and in order to do that, you have to be on top of the newest things. You got to be talking about the new, or what's viral or what's trendy. And I'm just not there. And it's so, and part of this came up in my head because my cousin called me up about fragrances. Did I put this on? Yeah, did I? Yeah, I did. Okay. And she called me up about fragrances, and a friend of hers wants to talk to me. This guy she knows, and she was asking me about like Dries Van Noten, and she was like, well, you know, I've been hearing about it, and of course it's because somebody was talking about it on TikTok or whatever. And what I said was, I said, no, I don't have any. And what I told her, I said, real talk, I said, honestly, I try to stay away from, you know, I pick and choose who I buy from, what houses. And I don't try to go into all the ones I hear people talking about because I know me. I'll get in a rabbit hole and I'll be wanting to buy everything. So I stay where I'm comfortable. The things I like right now. You know, my Amawajas, my Mancera's, you know, who else do I buy a lot? Of course, Dream House of Curio, Paris Monte Carlo. So I have houses that I buy from, but these are not necessarily the most popular houses. Amawaja's got a little thing going on right now. But, you know, it's not about that. Even me having something like that's hyped, which is now Guilty Crush by the House of Ooh, I just so happened to see it before it got hyped, and I was like, ooh, and it was a good price, y'all. It was a good price. I ain't gonna sit up in front. It was a great price. Okay. So that's where I stand on things. And so I'm like for instance, real talk. I've been doing this thing since I've been back at work. Like last week, all I wore was white florals. All last week, that's all I wore. And I've got them all out to remind myself what I wore, and even the things that I, you know, used, like some of the layering that I did or whatever. And so I was going to do a TikTok about it. And then I was like, nah. No, I still have it out. And I'm still thinking, okay, create the content. And so I think I'm going to create the content for over here because I think, and don't get me wrong, people watch me on TikTok. People do watch me on TikTok. So I might, you know, finally do it. I might do it. And then put it on my IG. But it's like, I'm just not feeling like, oh my God, I got to put out content every day. Oh my God, I got to do this. Sorry. Lemon seed. And it's just, and that's where I am right now. I'm feeling this like, it's just tiredness. But I'm okay with the tiredness and where I am because I'm just not feeling it. And I used to feel bad or like beat myself up for not feeling that way about whatever. And now I'm just like, yeah, if I get back to it, I get back to it. If I don't, I don't. And just like over here, let me tell y'all something. I'm finally sitting at 4,000 subscribers. And let me tell y'all, this was the hardest thing to get to. It was like getting 20 subscribers was the hardest thing ever. It would be they would close and then it would go back up. It would go down. It would go back up. It would go. So, yeah, I was like, yeah, you know, whatever. And and I am releasing that feeling of inadequacy. Like, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing? You know, I'm releasing that because so often we beat ourselves up for no reason. It's not about inadequacy. It's not about, you know, it is the space that it is right now. And I can't be mad at the space. People want to hear about new things. I'm just not into spending my money on the new things all the time. So it's so and I have to be okay with that. You know, I really do. Now, on another note, I've been wearing roses this week. It's my thing. I'm wearing roses this week. And this lady at my new job, she came up to me yesterday and she was like, I wanted to ask you what you were wearing yesterday. Oh my God, you smell so good. Are you wearing the same thing today? Because I was wearing something else. And I was like, well, no. And I was talking to her about it. And this reminded me of why I like the way I do things, because it's not like she's like this huge fragrance person. Like, we tend to believe, because there's this small microcosm of people that we talk to all the time, that everybody's into fragrances like us. You know, they're buying hundreds of bottles. They have a hundreds of bottle collection. They buy 5 or 6 bottles in a month. Not everybody's like that. And so they're happy where they are, but they're open to try new things because they do like fragrance. And so that's what I have to remind myself. That's what I do. And that's what I'm about. It's for those people who, you know, want to try something, but hey, they don't want to spend $300 and they just want something new. Just a little bottle, maybe 2. And I'm okay. And that's a good space to be in. And so for my large collectors, we will always have a conversation, right? But I also, and like I've always said, I try to balance it with thinking about somebody who's just somebody who wants a bottle of fragrance and they happen to like rose. Well, here's some roses, right? And so that's the balance. And showing things that aren't necessarily super popular that everyone's talking about is okay. And staying in that space is okay too. It because am I really trying to make this my livelihood? No, not really. If I make some money with it, if I started to make some extra money that I could put into my retirement fund, fine, whatever. But if I don't, it's okay too. It's okay. So this was a rambly, just in my head, and if you could tell, I'm still tired. I'm trying to get my ass out this door. What time is it? Okay, I got enough time. I'm trying to get out, and I'm working through my tired. And let me tell y'all something I haven't been doing right. I haven't been taking my supplements right. And when it's like you start rushing around with new jobs and things like that, and the routines that you try to create, you kind of like throw them to the side for a minute. So this weekend is me getting back to those routines. So I got to get my supplements together for every day. I have to make sure, and I'm trying to like be mindful, because let me tell y'all, Starbucks been killing me. I should have Starbucks stock, as much Starbucks as I buy, because it's like I'm trying to get out of that habit of every day spending money at Starbucks. And I'm trying to make sure that I like actually do some meal prep for lunch. So I'm working myself up to that part of my week, and so those are the things that I'm trying to like put into place for myself. So I'm doing financially. I am not just spending money just on BS. And I'm eating healthier, because I haven't been eating healthy like I know how to in a long time. So I'm working on getting back to that space again. And all those things will make you go, oh, okay. So thank you all for always listening to me. Thank you all for spending time on these rambly unedited with me, my whole squad. Thank you all for being you, because we complain about social media, but I can honestly say I have met some of the nicest, sweetest, kindest people on social media, and I consider them my friends, even if we haven't met yet in person. And I hopefully will meet all of my friends, my social media friends, at some time this year in 2025, because that's kind of what I want to do. If I'm not going out of the country, maybe I'll just go visit people. Hey, I'm in town. Let's hang out. That would be kind of fun. All right, now 20 minutes of me rambling. Have a great day.